If you see smoke and lots of emergency vehicles tomorrow, if you hear sirens or simulated weapons fire, don't be shocked. It's only a drill. Denver's largest terrorism response exercise ever is just hours away. Fox 31 Denver's Hendrik Sabrandi is live tonight at Park Meadows Mall with more. Hendrik.
Libby, I am at the mall tonight because this is where Operation Mountain Guardian is actually going to begin. Emergency responders will be responding to 4 mock terrorist attacks, including one early tomorrow morning here at Park Meadows. It was nearly 3 years ago that 10 coordinated shooting and bombing attacks shook Mumbai, India. That terrorist incident, which killed over 160 people, provides the template for Friday's Operation Mountain Guardian in Metro Denver.
The purpose of the exercise is to test how we would not only respond to a large-scale terrorist attack in Denver, but how we would coordinate an attack that crosses county lines, is in multiple jurisdictions and multiple sites.
In this simulation, 4 places will be attacked: Park Meadows Mall, Smedley Elementary School, Union Station, and the Community College of Aurora. As in a similar exercise in Boston this past May, various different agencies will be dealing with hazardous materials, mock casualties, and each other.
Communication between different jurisdictions is always an area of concern. It's something that we've talked a lot about in the Denver area, but this is the first time we've really tested it.
Denver may not compare to New York as a potential terrorist target, but as a Fox 31 investigation showed recently, the city has plenty of vulnerabilities.
Thank you.
Okay. Sneaking a steel pipe and fake gun into places like Sports Authority Field, the Pepsi Center, and the state capitol was disturbingly easy.
That wasn't a pat down, I'm sorry.
It's a reminder that tomorrow's exercise does count. And this is a list of the 107 agencies that will be taking part in this drill tomorrow. This is a big deal. Another 400 volunteers will take part as well. The drill has been a year and a half in the planning. Organizers say people won't notice a whole lot of what's going on at the various locations around the city. It's scheduled to start at 5 a.m. and last until 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Live at Park Meadows, Hendrik Sabrandi, Fox 31 Denver.
And then, Hendrik, do you have any idea, after the exercise is all done and complete, will they grade themselves or let us know how it went?
Well, they're definitely going to grade themselves. I don't know how much they're going to tell the media about some of the shortcomings and problems that arose, but they're going to be taking a hard look at how everybody does, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Hendrik, thanks.
Okay. We're just kind of curious, is this the first time you've ever seen the mural?
Yes, it is.
I've seen it on the internet before.
So, all right, so you've seen it on the internet, and I saw you turn the corner, you're like, oh my God, here it is. So, all right, so what are your thoughts on it? On the internet, have you heard some dark, things about it?
I've heard some theories where there's like an underground facility in this airport. It's just like really dark and kind of scary looking.
It is a little creepy looking, yeah.
Machine gun wielding.
And the crying innocence in the background. Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Like fleeing, that's real creepy.
Now, why do you guys think it was put here?
I really don't know.
Don't you think it's an odd place to put a mural like this in an international airport? I mean, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. Like,
I mean, if you wanted to send a message to someone, I mean, it's kind of the best place since people are constantly coming and going.
Yeah, a lot of people will see it.
Yeah. Well, keep reading it. Read into it what you will. We don't know exactly what to make of it ourselves, but we've heard the same rumors, so we're just kind of here talking to people, getting their feel and getting their opinion. So,
that's cool.
All right, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. All right, take care.
Public safety exercise for the drill today, involving about 100 agencies or so right here in Denver, Colorado. We're going to check it out and talk to their public relations officer. And here's a sign right here: public exercise, 3 a.m. to noon. Public safety exercise right here at the Park Meadows Mall. Stay tuned for more at Infowars.com.
Well, it's close to 5 a.m. We're entering Park Meadows Mall. It says police fire training exercise already in progress, so it looks like they started a little early. We're going to head in there right now and check it out.
I've been wandering around this place trying to get a cup of
No,
coffee.
we didn't get that either.
Hey, let us know.
So you work here, or did they bring you in from?
No, I work here. This is my jurisdiction.
Sure.
They just woke me up early, that's all.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, so we just want to ask you basic questions about the exercise today, what kind of scenarios they're planning for, all the agencies involved.
Okay.
And then why they chose this location, and I don't know if you could speak to the other locations also.
Well, I can speak to this one specific, but far away. Far away what you need.
I'm just going to hold the mic close
to
the radio audience.
Whoop. Knock myself out with my...
Go ahead and ask a question, Aaron.
Yes, sir. We'd just like to know about the scenarios that have been planned today, why they chose this location for the terror drill, and some of the agencies that are involved.
All right, well, you know, obviously in law enforcement, fire, any public safety, we look at emergency preparedness very, very seriously. And everyone, you know, when you look at here in Park Meadows Mall, everyone's got an emergency plan from the state to the county, and then you come down to the city, we've all got our plans. Then when you come down to the mall has their own emergency plan, and then the anchors within the mall have all got their emergency plans. So we do a lot of tabletop exercises to make sure that the plans are melding and we can respond the way we need to respond. But, you know, tabletops don't cut it for me. You really got to get down and see what are your real capabilities. You need to do a real live scenario drill, which is what we're doing today. And we've extended it to the entire metro area, to 4 sites in the metro area, where we're going to be doing these exercises. Here in Park Meadows Mall is identified that this will be a prime location. I'm very grateful to the mall for allowing us to do it, because, you know, malls are very vulnerable to terrorist attacks, to all kinds of terrorist, domestic and international terrorism. So we want to make sure we're capable of responding. Not just responding, we're testing the communications between all the agencies, and there's many, many agencies. 100 agencies are involved in this drill. We're looking at hazmat capabilities. We're looking at bomb squad capabilities, how we can respond to bomb threats, to suicide bombers, to active shooters, all at the same time. These players, these police officers and emergency responders here today, they don't know what they're in for. They don't know what they're going to face when they go in. So this is real live a scenario, understanding that there's, you know, we've been working on this for a long time, so there's a lot of safety measures involved. There's no live ammunition inside. You know, this is a very clean and sterile site, so we're hoping to get through, test everything without anyone getting injured, to make sure that we can respond the way we need to respond if anything ever happens.
Can you tell us your name and what your role is and so forth?
Okay, my name's Steve Hazler. I'm the Chief of Police here in the city of Lone Tree, where Park Meadows Mall is situated. My role here is I want to observe the situation. I was on the governance board from very on that looked at the way we govern these exercises throughout the metro area. So I was kind of privy to all the things that were going on. So it wouldn't be fair for me to be involved in the exercise knowing what was going to happen. So I'm here to deal with looking at our capabilities, making sure that everything's going the way we designed it to go, to deal with, you know, guys like yourself and talking to the press, because there's a huge interest. And then I'll be presenting the debrief afterwards to make sure everything went the way it did, and if it didn't, to find out how we can fix it.
I don't know if you can speak to this, but we've had security for some time since 9/11 at airports.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw the headlines last week. The NFL announced they're going to start their pads.
That's right.
I know there's a stadium involved later. Why are we seeing it shifting towards kind of the public arena areas?
Well, you know, I mean, it's a real tough deal. You know, when you live in a free society, and people are free to move around, and that's the right thing, you have to look at how can we allow them to do that, plus keep them safe. And it's finding that right balance. Have we got the right balance? I don't know if we've got the right balance. But we still have to make sure that when people move freely around the community, that they're safe. And the only way to do that is to do the things that happen at the moment, which some might say is overkill. Some people might say, well, I feel better protected. But we're looking at better ways to keep people safe. All I know is it's going to take me probably a lot longer to get into the football stadium than it did last week, which is a shame, but hey, that's the way it is.
You mentioned several different scenarios that you're practicing. Is one of them multiple scenario type of situation where there may be a terrorist attack going elsewhere in the city at the same time as the mall? Or
yeah. I mean, I don't want to give the game away because it's pre-exercise, and I don't know how many of these guys are listening to the radio or watching TV in their cars, you know, with modern technology. But this is a Mumbai kind of drill where this is going on in 4 different areas of the city, and so, you know, how do we'd probably be great at responding to one. How do we respond to multiple ones at the same time? Who responds? How do we divvy up the resources? You know, and that's what we're testing today, to make sure we're capable of doing that.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
Well, just one final question. Can you talk about the federal response? What kind of coordination is there with the local authorities? And then I know, for instance, he's here with Homeland Security.
Right.
Can you speak to that? And what would be a success, just kind of a practice makes perfect kind of scenario, or what are they hoping to accomplish today?
Well, you know, I don't. It's not a success-failure thing. It's a teaching, learning exercise to make sure everything we put down on paper, everything we talked about in tabletop drills, we can do. That's what we're looking for. And if we can't, we'll fix it. Where Scott is from the Homeland Security, I mean, this is money come down from the federal government to the North Central region and divvied up so we can make this happen. So we're talking about the federal government, the state government, the county government, and the local government, and the 5 districts. I mean, it's from the top to the bottom, all working together on the same page, making sure everything we need to do, we can do, and all the things we've planned on paper works in real life.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Well, it's about 5:30 a.m. We're at Park Meadows Mall. This is part of Operation Mountain Guardian. It's taking place right now. And it's taking place inside the mall. As you can see, the authorities are keeping the media at bay. This line right here is designated for the media, and the drills are taking place inside the mall. And we're not allowed to see what's going on inside. Stay tuned for more updates.
You better lay off. Ask you a couple questions about the exercise being coordinated today and what some of the goals are. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Okay, if you could please just introduce yourself again and your title.
Okay.
And then talk about what you have planned for the exercise.
Sure. My name is Scott Keller. I'm the Homeland Security Coordinator for the North Central Region, which is the Denver metropolitan area, the 10 counties and a couple of states. What we have planned today is an exercise we started planning about 18 months ago. Put together a planning team. We now have over 107 different agencies and entities participating in the exercise. 4 venues where we have active response going on. It's a response to a terrorist-style attack based on the events that occurred in Mumbai in India not too long ago. And again, we're using those type of tactics and techniques to deal with because those are the cutting-edge things that may occur for a terrorist attack anywhere in the country. This is one of the locations here at Park Meadows Malls, Park Meadows Mall. We also have a location at Community College of Aurora, Denver Public School, as well as Union Station, the RTD main hub in the metro area.
And could you talk about some of the federal coordination, the different agencies involved, and what Homeland Security's role has been?
Sure. This is a local government exercise planned. So basically, all of the responders, almost all the responders, are local government agencies, law enforcement, fire agencies, in addition to your special teams, bomb teams, hazmat teams, those kind of folks. We also have the state playing, obviously. They're going to stand up the state EOC. The FBI is involved. They'll be sending liaison officers to the sites. And again, the exercise is about the first 6 to 7 to 8 hours of response. So in that case, we would liaison, and at some point, because it's a terrorism incident, the FBI would have authority. How that transition occurs is one of the things we're looking at working through with the exercise today.
Sure. Right. We know Homeland Security has recently warned about sports stadiums, and they've ramped up security there. Today we're here at a shopping mall. I know there's a stadium later today.
Can you talk about the shift from kind of airport-style security to more public arena, and what might be behind that?
Well, public arenas where people gather are often, looked at as lucrative targets by potential terrorists. So, we in the region, when we do our risk assessment, we look across the gamut of all of the types of facilities and events that occur within the region, and look to try to assess and plan for potential responses for all those. So in this exercise case, we actually have a simulated hotel over at one of the sites. We have a public school, obviously a mall here, and then a transportation hub. And again, that was by design part of the planning to take a look at and deal with the typical type sites where something may occur, God forbid, if an attack did occur within the region.
And just more generally, what have we learned 10 years later from 9/11? Are we seeing these responses in all major cities, or is Denver kind of leading the edge on that?
Well, I think that the first part of your question, what have we learned? I think that the real value of these kind of exercises is the collaboration and the cooperation between all the different local agencies and governments that occurs. Like I said earlier, we have about 107 different agencies playing and participating. 18 months of planning cause us to work together and ask questions and look at tactics and techniques and how we might respond and deal with things. So I think that's the real value that comes out of an exercise in general is that you work together, you go through it, you learn about how things work, and maybe find some things that you want to improve on and build different processes to deal with that.
Anything else?
Oh, that's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Right, guys.
This is a multiple triage scenario. We've got role players playing as victims inside the mall. Fire and rescue teams implemented on the scene. Operation Mountain Guardian in progress.
Okay, it is 6:30 in the morning at Meadow Park Mall in the Denver area. They've just set off a smoke bomb next to the JCPenney's, in front of the JCPenney's. And it is all part of their terror drill, which the officials say is styled after a Mumbai-style attack. So we'll bring you more at Infowars.com as we find out. As you can see in the footage here, we've just discovered that the mall where the simulated terror attack is being staged already has a Lone Tree police substation in it, just one of the many among hundreds of agencies coordinating in this exercise. They've told us they have more than 100 agencies, federal, state, and local, all working together, as well as county and sheriff level. And so right here in the back of the area where they've been staging the quote Mumbai style attack is a Lone Tree police substation. Lone Tree, of course, is a suburb of Denver here. Rolling. Okay, we're back at Infowars.com. We're going to have more high quality footage later, but we wanted to be able to show you in close to real time. They've got these anti-terror buses for the various agencies, and they have these SWAT-style commandos with their guns sitting on top of the mobile RV vans outside the mall where they've staged this incident in their terror drill here in a suburb of Denver. We're about to cut across town to the next location, which is the elementary school. Stay tuned, Infowars.com. Show them a little more footage before we cut. There's some of the observers up on the top and the various coordinators. And they've just set off another stage incendiary. You could hear the device back there. Stay tuned.
I know in movies that you're supposed to put pressure on it or something. Stop bleeding. Let it go.
Do you just need the first one?
I just need one.
Hey, we're here in the middle of a massive terrorism drill involving over 100 different agencies. We're deep in the heart of Denver, Colorado, and this drill is being dubbed as Operation Mountain Guardian. And this is brought to you by FEMA and Homeland Security. Residents in the area have been warned to expect smoke, loud noises, explosions, and Aaron and I have even witnessed for ourselves a large military force in the region, along with a large police force. We've witnessed SWAT task teams throughout the area, so it's getting pretty crazy. We're going down here to the football stadium, and I got their press release, and according to the press release, they are about to test processing activities. So that ought to be interesting. We don't know if it's a triage situation where they're bringing in victims from outside and processing them into the stadium. We're about to find out, so stay with us. I'm Darren McBreen, Infowars Nightly News, Prison Planet TV, Infowars.com. We'll be right back. Jay, like our last mission, I think we can go home.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just curious about, we just got back from Smedley.
Yeah.
And we're just curious about the role playing and picking up the children.
Yeah. See, I don't know if they could say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'm
So,
not sure what because we were kind of figuring it out. I mean, in a real case scenario, we wouldn't think it would be mile high. Because a lot of the problems would be right here in Denver, you know, so you'd think it would be more outskirt area that there'd be a pickup zone, but I don't know, you know.
Yeah, she's acting, you know, the role playing, the kids that we saw in the tunnel and in the hallway that were faking dead and stuff. Well, she's one of the parents.
Oh, it was crazy. We were inside the drill covering it, and the SWAT team around all the corners and stuff, and all the loud flashes and the alarm was.
So she's
very
with
surreal.
The fire department, and she's here to be one of the moms of one of the kids. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what you said to answer those questions.
Oh, it'd be very interesting, actually.
Yeah, I just don't know what, because they even told us no pictures, don't take pictures.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, well, good drill. Take care. All right. Did you get that? Hey, we're here in Denver, Colorado, and we're covering Operation Mountain Guardian. Now, this is a large-scale terrorism drill, and 100 different agencies actually took part in the exercise. Now, this was a test for Homeland Security and FEMA to test their capabilities in what they referred to as a catastrophic situation involving a terrorist attack. One of the primary locations of the drill took place right behind me at the Sports Authority field, where the exercise involved participants processing children in and out of the FEMA camp that they set up inside of the stadium. Now, authorities kept us from entering the stadium compound, but we have confirmed that it was indeed used as a relocation facility for children and teachers who were part of the drill. Now, Aaron Dykes is coming up next. He's kind of going to give us a bullet point breakdown of the events that we witnessed today. I'm Darren McBreen for Infowars Nightly News, Prison Planet TV, Infowars.com.
Aaron Dykes here reporting for Infowars Nightly News. Now, we've been in the Denver metro area today covering a widespread martial law takeover drill within the city known as Operation Mountain Guardian. That operation is sponsored by the Department of Homeland Security. We saw earlier today a Mumbai-style attack at a suburban mall in the area. There was also a staged attack on a train and bus facility. Then later this morning, we witnessed a SWAT-style raid against an elementary school where they staged a shooting. And then what we learned there was that the children from that staged shooting were being relocated at the sports stadium you see directly behind me. We then investigated what was going on at the sports stadium and found in their own press releases admissions that they were planning to test the relocation processing of students and teachers during this drill. We were then tipped off by security personnel on this side of the stadium that indeed buses had brought children into the stadium, but no media or press was allowed inside. When we came around to the south end tunnel, we witnessed those buses as well as vehicles from the Denver Public School Safety and Security Department, including the supervisor. Following that, we spoke to a stage mother, a mock mother, who was here to pick up children from the facility, which led us to then talk to Denver Police Victims Response Unit head
Scott Snow, the Victim Assistance Unit, and he told us that indeed the end goal of this exercise or any real event that might happen was to get the children to this stadium where the parents could then be reunified with them. Just incredible events as we see more and more of a federalization of police and military and a total takeover of these metro areas in a fear-mongering panicking for a terrorism event. Alex, back to you. We're going to do that. Well, he already did that in his first report where we were about to go check it out. That one's about 2 or 3 back. Now, we got security flagging us again. He said he saw us at the SWAT team event, but that this is not a press area and there's nothing for us to see here. And
nothing to see here?
We'll see what happens. So
I'm hungry.
I'm not sure. I think they're about to talk to us more. So. Yeah, well, we're trying, you know.
Hi. How you doing? Scott Snow. Down the tree. Nice to meet you.
Hi, excuse me, I'm on the phone. Aaron Dykes.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. University of Texas, so I'm familiar with Austin.
All right.
What are you guys doing out here?
Hey, Alex, are you there?
Trying to find a media coordinated area. We were at the Smedley Elementary School earlier, so we were able to get a lot of footage. Then our boss said, get over there to the stadium and see what you can get. So we've just kind of been walking around trying to just talk to a spokesperson or maybe actually a little let down because after the experience over there at the school, we're hoping to get something a little more.
Sure. Well, and this kind of ties up as far as the whole goal of this Family Information Center is to give both parents a responding point, PIOs, public information, to stage out here. Additional information.
Okay, so this is pretty much it, though, like the end of the drill.
And this is about done.
Like,
in terms of drill or even a real event, this is the goal is to get everybody here to reunify with parents or guardians.
Okay. Fantastic.
This is the wrong side of the building.
Is it?
Yeah. Parking lot J, just so you guys know.
Cool.
That's a pickup.
You don't have your uniform on. I'm sorry. You got killed?
No, you have to wear this just to get in and out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Nope. Thank God. So,
all right, but I'm gonna call you back in just a minute.
Makeup and
yeah, they were that one place I went over to.
Yeah. So
Union Station.
All right, yeah. We'll call you back in a minute when we finish with these guys.
Well, I know they were going to moulage a lot of the kids. There's a dozen kids or so from East.
Are you still there?
And Denver Health.
Okay.
And they were supposed to.
This was pretty nasty. Yeah, the ones that were.
Well,
ready?
Let's get out, man.
So
hey guys,
gotta go do debrief.
Yeah, you guys do that. We appreciate all your help, man.
You guys don't need anything?
No, I think we're good. I think we're gonna head out. We might try Union Station too. I think we got till 4:30. Are they really?
Yeah, I think
everybody's close to wrapping up now.
We're wrapped up internally, except for the last couple of kids on the way out and finish up with the debrief.
All right, guys. Good show, man. Take care.
Hey, Alex.